What's going on, guys? Welcome to the 37th episode of Big Beard and Friends. And today, it's just gonna be some things that you're gonna be like, what is he doing? What's going on here? And those things, we're gonna talk about God, guns, and pasta. Alright, let's just say that when it comes to certain things that I talk about, it is strictly to express and define and, well, talk about them. I'm not ever trying to change anyone's views, and nor would I ever try to change anyone's views. So with that being said, you got to take God, and you got to understand what that means. Now, it's defined as like a omnipotent or omnipresent, you know. I guess you could say good, great, powerful. These are some of the things that come into mind. And some of the things that people do. Beliefs come to mind. What's your belief? Do you believe? Do you not? Yes, no, you know, things like that. Creator. But it also has things like, when you think God, you think loving, you think love, kindness, forgiving, care, you know, the stuff that, you know, tons of emotions can be associated in words and a lot of things. There's really no wrong, wrong answer. You know, some people think that their faith, there's no doubt in my mind that people believe. There's no doubt in my mind that some people don't believe. I mean, you know, you've got some have a big doubt to a creator, and some have no doubt. But no one really has that proof, they say. My proof is in my faith. It's in what I believe. It's in my scripture that I read. It's in what I've been taught. It's in, you know, what I feel. It's in here, you know. And it's just one of those things. Some people have talked. The theology of God has been discussed probably since I think I was reading it was like since the 2nd century. Around what was the guy's name? John of Damascus and Irenaeus, I think it was. Them two especially talked about it a lot. Some people go off the statements that are in the Bible, and some people go off the theological reasoning why they believe what they believe. But I just wanted to touch out one of my buddies that told me they said they wanted to talk about God for a moment, and I am. I'm really talking on it. I'm not talking about my beliefs. I'm talking about pushing anything or talking about anything. That's really what I wanted to talk about. That's what God means. So if you have that going for you, amen. I think it's really cool. I think that's an awesome thing. I myself am a believer, and that's what I'm going to talk about. Everything under the sun, including the sun. That's what we are about here. We hang out with a group of guys. We call ourselves the BIC crew, and that's the brothers in Christ. Now, we're not perfect. We don't want to be perfect. We're not going to try to be perfect. It is nothing like that. It is recognizing what we've done in our lives, what we do in our lives, when we are going to do, you know, stuff like that, and always knowing that without Him, we couldn't do anything, you know, no matter what it is. He gave you the right tools to use in your life, and I think that's what we need to always remember. Now I tell you, I'm going to talk about guns. Now, you know, when you talk about guns, there's people have like two references, and there can be several references, but the first one that we often is having to do with a metal tube and a projectile in it, like a missile or a bullet, and it's got to be projected out and propelled out, and you know, we think of that. And then we think of the second one, biceps, like guns. Like, oh, yeah, I'm strong. You know, the muscular level, the working out level. But it's really, when we talk about guns, I really think that it's more of a right and the love and the passion of the fight in us that gives us that right to defend ourselves as the way we do. You dig? It's like there's many reasons that people like guns. Some have that feeling of power. You know, some have safety. Some have pride. You know, some do it. You know, we can go from a pastime to supper time. Thanksgiving here where I live, it's coming up soon enough. And I know some people are going to go out and harvest, and I know they're going to provide for their family. You know, sometimes just that right to bear the arms, I think people like. Look at the evolution of guns and how far they've come. I mean, things like that. I mean, they can be here, they can hurt you, they can help you. The guns itself are great. It's when the people have them. That's when the issue is, I believe. You know, a gun is not going to hurt you. It's the person holding it, or the you know, the mindset of a person, or you know, somebody of that sort. When they harvest, sometimes when they harvest these turkeys, hunt, whatever you would like to call it, I know that some people still get angry at that. Some people are like, oh, they don't have to eat. They don't have. Listen. You know, there's many reasons, and the people that I know won't necessarily try to make you turn, so to speak, come our way, don't go your way, you know, don't eat this way, or eat this and don't eat that. You know, we're not going to do that. Now, once again, there's many reasons why like I said, we like guns. It's like I said, it's safety, it's pride, it's a lot of just because we can. People go, well, it's a right. You're right. It's a right. Do your thing. Do whatever. I myself, I think that if we have that right, we need to express it and do whatever we need to do in any shape, form, or fashion. And some people don't like guns. That's fine. But those kind of people, I'm not discussing this here, but these kind of people, some are also the ones that call the police first when something's wrong, you know. So there's tons of apples and oranges you can hate or not hate, like or not like. But guns, I think, are here to stay. I think they're going to be here to stay. And I think they can do us a lot of good when put in the right direction. I really do. I was asked to talk about that. And another one was completely off the topic. These here are 3 different topics here. This is what makes people go, what is he doing? Is pasta. Now, I don't know what your favorite type of pasta is. If I'm going to eat it, I guess I'm with half the world, more than half the world. It seems to be one of the favorite pastas of all time is spaghetti. And that it's frequently cooked pasta. It's worldwide. It's the one that is always out there. People absolutely go crazy for it, apparently, and a lot of people don't know why. But see, pasta is like an all-time favorite food, you know. And people all over the world, it's considered like one of the sources of energy. It also is considered the most popular thing to get you going when you're trying to get your carbs up. Delicious foods that's consumed by all ages, all genders, all race, creeds, colors. People love pasta. And what's crazy is there's many types of pasta that people consume for special occasions. Some have everyday stuff, everyday meals. Some be made because it benefits you. They like that. They like it such as folic acid, the GI tract, cholesterol free, you know, sodium free, low sodium, stuff like that. And it's considered healthy and nutritious. And since it is, the makers have actually invented different types for the popular dish. which kind of made me, when I was looking this stuff up, it got me to think, I wonder what is one of the most popular pastas in Italy. You know, I wonder, like, Italy's got to have, and they say that it was the penne, if I'm saying that correctly, and if I'm not, I apologize. But I mean, you know, it's known to it's the quill-shaped pasta. You know, people are they like it. It has this precise, unusual in that it has a very precise origin. Like, I think it was born in like 1865. I think it was. I don't know if I'm trying to bring this up, but I don't know. It was a new device patent by Giovanni Battista, and it's in the small town of San Martino, near Genoa. I think I'm saying that right. So that kind of pasta come out, and they hadn't heard of that. So these sauces come out, and, you know, of course they're adding pastas, and it had to do, they adding the pastas together, but they had to do with the tomato sauce and geographic location of the Mediterranean climate of Italy. It was kind of suited for growing these fresh veggies and herbs, and they liked it because it gave it the sweeter taste. So the pasta and the tomatoes, even from what I'm reading and from what I did research, even taste different there. In other words, they probably taste great. You know, they probably taste absolutely. And people, you know, because of that, people were getting creative and getting delicious varieties of things. You know, it's amazing what people can come up with just by the veggies and that. Now back to spaghetti, I had to look up, like, what does spaghetti mean? And apparently spaghetti is a plural of spaghetto. Or I think, if I'm butchering these, please don't hold that against me. And I believe the spaghetto was what they call that, I think it was, somebody's writing me over here. I think spaghetto is long string. Spaghetti is the Italian. It's a diminutive of what do you call it? It's it's strings. It's plural. So it's okay. It's like a twine. Spaghetti is like twine. You know, like thin string or twine. And I think that, you know, you live, you learn, and some things I've learned and some things I haven't. So this is a nice little episode here, just to get people. I don't even know why I brought this up. I literally asked some friends, what do you want me to talk about? They're finding out right now which ones I chose. And, you know, it just throwing it out there. It's good. The fact that we're political free. One thing that I want to say is, now at my job, I have people that come in. And when these people come in the store early in the morning, some will now tell me about some of my episodes. And, well, you know, I did some things as well in the past week, and I had to, well, you know what? Check this out right here. So in my house, I don't know if anybody else does these things, but we often like throw our hats, or we throw a ball or a kitchen utensil or a pillow or something. Well, I threw mail. I threw a piece of mail, and I'm sitting over here in this chair, and I just throw it like, and it goes all the way over there. Now we're gonna walk. My daughter's eating lemon meringue pie there. And I see it go behind the coat rack here, but I don't know where it goes. And she's like, look, here it is. So, wow. I don't know. That probably doesn't mean anything to anybody like it does us. But this is what, there's never a dull moment here, because this is what we do here at home. Now, the other places that we go, that's just one thing. The other places that we go, you might see some things that you go, I don't want to see that. I don't think it's going to be anything of making people blush you're going to see, and nothing like that. But I really do think that the more you watch, the more you'll start to see that I am a real guy who cares enough to talk about real life topics while talking about my life, while vlogging, and while just giving you some kind of smile or entertainment. Like right now, my neighbors are out, everybody's on their porch, and they're looking at me holding up my camera, talking and walking. I don't care. It's what I do. If I was in front of a bunch of people, wouldn't matter. But nonetheless, I just simply want to say, at my job, some of you are coming in, and some of you are talking and saying, I watched your episode, or I watched this. Some of you are telling me by detail exactly about my episode, and that lets me know you paid attention. So that's kind of cool, guys. I want to thank you. I want to keep growing. And since I have been telling people, I've went up like 7 subscribers, which is a big deal for me. So I want you guys to always do what you're doing. I say Big Beard and Friends, but you got to remember too, friends, even though it's with a Z, it's plural. And it's basically saying friends are the people who will be a part. I got a guy in the store, I won't talk about him yet, but one guy that comes to my store is like, you know, I may give you a shot, man. And I'm going to have like a Strangers Month. I'm calling it a Strangers Month, friend style. It'll probably be called Strangers Month, Big Beard style, to be honest with you. And it's just people I don't know, and we get to know. I think with Christmas coming up around the corner, I just heard somebody go, Thanksgiving's not even here yet. It's not, but where we're at here in this nation of the US of A, we have just, 2 weeks? So, believe it or not, it might be early, but I've got some Christmas music on in the background. Actually, it's the Grinch, and it's on low, but when we start getting real cold and we start when we get past Thanksgiving, I'm going to turn it up over here in my neighborhood. The sun's coming out, so my hat. I can't see the camera and I can't see, so I might have to take this thing off. At any given time that you guys want to leave a message, please do. And you see some of these commercials, I call them, and things that I make that give you, like, comment, share, subscribe, send us a message. That's real. And I say that because I've had people send me messages saying, talk about this. Have you ever thought this way? And I'm like, if I start to go live, maybe I can get some people, to talk. Maybe I can talk to some of these guys. So I wrote them, and I'm asking some of them. We still got some overseas. I call it Across the Ponds episode. But I'm making my itinerary open with my job and all. It's different talking to someone, in another country, and you're not fitting the time schedules. So, guys, please just bear with us. This is what we're going to do. Oh, turn some lights on up here. I guess I need some a little bit. But I do want people to understand that this is just part of what we've got in store and what you've got to see that we are going to let you see. Yeah. All right, so everything you see and everything you guys witness when you're watching this, those who do, those 30 people that do, I'm not, yes, I am responsible for what's going on there. You guys are still writing me. My phone's going off while this is happening. Some of the friends are writing me. I'm not even going to read this. They're still giving me topics to talk about. But maybe I'll pick those up next week. But those clips that you're watching, it's just what I've thrown together. There's never a dull moment here. I'm going to start bringing more, and I'm going to venture out more. And I'm really glad that you guys who do watch, tune in, and you're showing nothing but love. There's people that do watch this, and they do talk to me, and they do tell me, you know, I don't know if I want to be on there. I don't know if I can write you, but could you talk about this, or could you see what happens if you mention this? And I'm like, yeah. So I've been doing things like that too. So guys, like I always say, love, peace, and chicken grease.
Big Beard!
Presentations!